Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's make a quick video this morning then about XRP, as it seems to be the most popular thing I talk about these days. And it's not just that. I'm quite knee deep into more than that. I'm neck deep in XRP. So I was trying to explain this on the stream last night, and just generally, right? So there's a variety of different trades I've got going on with XRP at the moment. I've got a big hodl bag that I've basically accumulated over many years from derivative trading using coin futures and whatnot. So I've got an enormous hodl bag because I believe XRP is going to make a new all-time high this cycle. So I've got a huge hodl bag, big skin in the game. I also made a couple of really big trades over the last few weeks with expectations of hitting incremental areas on the way back up. So obviously we've got to reclaim 60, then to 66, then to 70, then to 80, then to 90, with a top target of being up here to around 122. So that's my spot trades. Now I also rotated some Bitcoin into XRP about 36 hours ago, and with that I'm looking to double that. So I'm looking to, I bought basically 1,000 sats, looking to sell around 2,000 sats, maybe even 3,000 sats. So they're different there. And yeah, for those who are on my Telegram, you've seen that I've got quite a sizable futures trade going on as well at the moment. So I've got XRP trades going on all over the place, and each one of those has a different exit point and a different strategy to it, right? So, depending on how you have decided to trade XRP, depends on where you might want to think about exiting it. Are you a hodler? Are you a futures trader? Are you rotating Bitcoin into XRP, or are you just spot trading? So I don't know what it is that you're doing. So whatever it is that you're doing now, I'm assuming you've made a plan because you've already executed the entry point. You've got in on XRP already. So I'm assuming you know that you have an idea. The only reason I'm saying this is because I get DMs all day. Is it too late to buy XRP? Where should I buy XRP? Where should I exit XRP? Hang on a minute. I'm not ChatGPT. I can't tell you these sort of things. This is not what it's all about. If you're going to buy something, you need to say, alright, I'm choosing to buy something. This is my idea. I think I should buy here with a view to exit over here. I'm just trying to explain to you that I am not some kind of signals group or whatever. But I am knee deep in XRP, and I have a variety of different strategies to get in and out, and for different reasons. So let's just have a look at the chart to see what it looks like at the moment. So we're starting on the 12-hourly, because last night we were obviously doing the Patreon stream, and one thing that was brewing was this pump signal. Now, when you get a pump signal, no, it's not a pump signal, it's a trend signal, sorry, on the Ichimoku cloud. What it is, basically, is three components of the cloud that generally, when completed, they allow for a continuous trend, and then the trend is over when the Chiku span, which is this little squiggle, closes back inside the price action, or this blue crosses this red. We've made the positive cross. It's very hard to see. There's a very faint red line here and a very faint blue line here. If that makes a negative cross, then it's a cancelled trend. So at the moment, it is just confirmed on the last 4-hourly closure. 6 hours ago, and now what we would assume is going to happen is that this is going to keep trending up, which is, I suppose, kind of what we've been hoping for. So we go back to the daily. What's going on the daily? So we broke through the 56 cent zone, which it can be retested in the form of a pump or a trend signal. We don't want to see that. We'd like to see immediate continuation up on this one so we can keep the 12-hourly trend signal in play. But if we have to come down, then this is a very decent major support, 56 cents, and probably one that you might want to take advantage of if we come down to those levels. Now, looking at momentum, we've crossed up above the 0 point, and we're starting to diverge now on the histogram, which is good. No bearish divergence on this move on the daily either. And again, like I say, reiterating the fact that we've got some serious support down at 56 cents. Looking back on the 4-hourly now, it looks nice and neat. This is the entry points really, which is where we bought the 4-hourly golden cross retest. We've got two opportunities to buy those. Bought this one. This one basically just springboarded, and now we're seeing the move up. So XRP not very popular across the board for most people. But I think that's going to change, to be honest with you. So the 4-hourly looks good, and it's done its V-shaped recovery and then gone on for a little further. We have not broken back down below 56. In fact, we're trending above 58, which is pretty good in itself. Now, this has also got a pump signal on the 4-hourly that was generated around 55.5 cents. Probably has a little further to run on this one, because although 58.50 is a resistance, it's not a major resistance. The major resistance starts around 60 to 61 cents. So the 4-hourly does look good to make its way up to there probably immediately, maybe even today. Now, the thing I'm most interested in for all my XRP positions is how the weekly is going to close. So, unlike a lot of altcoins, XRP obviously did a huge move way before everybody else. I suppose people forget about that, but these big moves were done way before any other altcoin was even considering even doing anything. And it's basically had this slow and steady uptrend since 2022, really. But yeah, it's been consistent, although it looks quite measly. Now, the main thing is to see is that the 20 weekly here, which is at 58. I'll call it 58.50. The weekly needs to close price action above there to have major continuation. That's what we really want to see. That continuation will likely take us beyond this wick high and up to this major resistance around 120 ish area, 122 kind of sort of vibe. But until we get that closure, we're going to fanny around at these lower levels. But Bitcoin being so prominent, altcoins generally looking okay, and XRP changing its behavior now. The last thing that we want to see for the mega pump would be a closure above that 20 weekly. Now, obviously, it's Wednesday, so we've got a long time to wait before that closure. And if we do close above there, we might even be closing into the 60s and the 70s and the 80s before we get that closure. So, look, it's up to you if you want to take a position on XRP. It's not for me to say. All my positions have been executed now, mostly on that 4-hourly golden cross, and then on the retest of the 1,000 sats, and then when the confirmation of a move up in the market was coming to fruition yesterday, then a futures trade was exited. I have a variety of different strategies for different types of trades that have all been executed, so I've got skin in the game, basically. So I'm not saying you should buy XRP at this level or lower or higher. You have to make your own plan. This is something that I have to keep trying to explain. You know how many times I make a video and then I get DMs about the video? So in this, did you say this? Yeah, I did say that. Just watch the video, alright? There's nothing more I can say about it other than what I've said on the video. So there's no point in DMing me about the video that I've made. The video is the video with information within the video, and there's nothing more to say about the video because the video is the video. So, long story short, the trend signal on the 12-hourly, the pump signal on the 4-hourly, and the general momentum within the market should see XRP to maybe even today trend up to around 60 to 61 cents. Whether we have a little dip before, because recognizing that the 56 cents is now a major resistance, major support is good, but it's not for me to tell you what to do and where, because the thing about XRP is you kind of do have to get in on it when nobody wants it. If it starts to become popular, it's probably best left alone, because that's when it starts to hurt people, and that's why it's got a bad rep, because people get wrecked on the green candles. Wrecked. Now, I have high expectations for XRP long run, and that's not to say that it's going to make you an absolute trillionaire. I'm just thinking it's going to make a new all-time high at some point over the next couple of years. Pretty strongly do believe that this time. I believed it in the last cycle if it wasn't for the SEC. It's not a millionaire starter kit, but it is a chart that generally respects its own technical analysis because it's old, and all indicators require price, volume, and time to even have an idea, to even try and be relevant and be a useful indicator. And there's one thing that we've got with XRP, with being that's about a 10-year-old chart now, price, volume, and time. We've got it all there, so it does seem to respond to at least my style of moving average and momentum trading because of its age and its maturity. So, I think that this is a decent one to hodl anyway. so long as you're not expecting hundreds of X's. I know that Twitter and YouTube seem to think that XRP is going into the hundreds of dollars. I don't see it myself, but a new all-time high seems reasonable. $5 perhaps, maybe even double that, but we'll see. It's impossible to say on the chart at this point in time where it's going to go when there's so many variables, not just in its own chart, but with Bitcoin and the broader markets and overall economy. So, it's impossible to say something like that. It will be $400 in 2025. That's just clickbait. But what I am saying is that based on the chart that we've got here, it is good. It is a good looking chart. And our target initially is going to be 122. And to be fair, over the long haul, I think it's on its path to create a new local or a new all-time high. But as of today, if Bitcoin can remain in the green, we should be looking for XRP to make its way into 60. And once broken 60, that's when things start to get really interesting, because instead of increments of basically 1 and 2 cents to break through all these resistances that we've been battling with since the last couple of weeks, basically, we start to make increments of almost 10 cents a time. So 60 to 66, and then 66 to 70, then 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to $1, and then $1 to 120. So that's where it'll start to go from there, and that's why it'll have, if it does do it, it'll have big, strong, aggressive moves to the up, because the supports, or the resistances, sorry, are all behind us, and all we do have are these horizontal areas of significance, which only really reference the last portions of the uptrend that it had recently, and they're not major problems at all. They will probably be broken quite quickly and easily by XRP, when the move starts. So I'm long story short, pretty bullish on XRP. It does require the market generally to remain green. It was one of the slower ones to get started, but it kind of ended the day quite well. So yeah, it's just one of those things. People are going to hate XRP regardless. They either hate it because it doesn't move, or they hate it because it's dumped on them, or they hate it because it's pumping and they never bought it. So it's doomed either way in the eyes of most, but not for me. I like it. Anyway, I'll leave it with it there. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.